prepare your child to go back to school. Today I am sharing my starting school checklist on how to make sure that you don't forget anything and that you don't lose your sanity along the way. So if this sounds interesting to you, stay tuned and give this video a big thumbs up because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell because we upload every Monday, and let's get to our checklist. If this is the first time I'm meeting, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Beck and I am a mum to 4. And this year I have 2 girls at school. So I have one starting prep and I have another in grade 2. I've really needed to be on the ball in getting them ready for school and especially preparing Zoe as it's her first year of school. The first category is school uniforms. As a first-time parent, I didn't realize that our school and most schools have a Facebook group where you can buy the school uniforms secondhand. If you are watching this as a first-time parent, see if you can get onto those Facebook groups. Otherwise, you can always buy your uniforms brand new. As a mom with 4 kids, I try to buy it brand new to begin with because I know that I'm going to be passing it down. Though in saying that, there are a couple of things that I did go and buy brand new this year for Zoe because she deserves to have brand new clothes as well as Amira. One thing you do need to keep in mind is you need to label everything, whether you get those fabric stamps that you can get custom made and stamp everything, or getting labels, or just using a good old fashioned Sharpie. Label everything because the kids get to school and everything is identical, and the only way they're gonna know it's their clothing or hat or whatever is because it has their name on it. If you do have multiple kids, I highly suggest just labeling the school clothing with your last name. That way you can pass it down and you're not having to scratch out and rewriting the first names every time. And schools get to know family names pretty fast, so if they see your surname, they'll know which kid that will belong to. Now this is my most important tip for this category, and that is take your first day of school photos before the first day. School is starting next week, and our goal as a family is to take the first day of school photos this weekend if weather is good. And that's the thing, you don't know what's going to happen on the first day of school. It could be a horrible day where the weather is just disgusting. It's also a day where it can be fairly stressful because you have a short window to get out the door and you want to enjoy taking these memories. It will show in the photo if the kids are stressed because you've been rushing and it's just very heightened emotions, and you don't want that emotion and memory to be attached to those photos. So I highly recommend taking first day of school photos before the actual first day, and it also allows your kids to do that run through of can they get their shoes and socks on by themselves, does their uniform fit if you're using the previous year's uniform, and it also gives you enough time that if you have forgotten anything that you've got about a week to go out and get those socks that you forgot, or maybe you need to upsize in their t-shirt. So try your uniforms on before the first day of school. Our second category is book packs. As a teacher, I have seen 2 different ways of covering your books. You can either go old school and get contact and cover it yourself, or you can actually get these book covers that just slide on, and I highly recommend sticky taping them on the inside. You can use those from year to year. Here in the Rashidi household, we have a tradition of the kids creating their own covers. So Amira's been using paint and ink to create her little masterpieces, which we then put on. And this is my biggest tip for you for book covering, and that is go online and order a bundle of sticky labels. I used the brand Hippo Blue and I ordered it pretty much on Boxing Day, and they had a $10 bundle that has sufficient amount of stickers not only to cover their books but also to cover containers, shoes, and you can even get clothing ones. My tip for you is in the first name box, write your child's full name, both the first and surname, and then in the surname box, write what class they are in and their grade level. That way on your stickers, you will have your child's full name and then their grade and class. And I find this to be super helpful when labeling books, when labeling lunch containers, drink bottles, you name it, it's just so easy. And for $10, how could you pass up such a bargain? This then leads us to the category of lunch boxes, because using the stickers that you've bought for your books, you're then going to use to stick on every single thing that your child is going to be taking to school, whether that be their lunchbox, the inserts of the lunchbox, the drink bottles, the ice packs, the esky, whatever they have, just label it, because there's not a lot of variety when it comes to lunch boxes, and there will probably be a couple of kids either in the grade or within the school that have the same containers or drink bottles as you. If your child is starting school for the first time, I highly recommend you do some trial lunches where you might pack the lunchbox and then do like a bit of a picnic, do a role play. Make sure they can independently unscrew any containers. The lunchboxes I've got in the girls this year have 2 levels. So on the top level is their fruit, their veg, and their sandwich. And then on the underneath level, I will be packing their squeezy yogurt and a little treat, whether that be some popcorn or a muesli bar or maybe some Bickies. And if you really want to be building independence within your kids, if you pack those squeezy yogurt pouches, undo the lid so that it snaps the seal, and then just loosely put the lid back on. That way when it comes to lunchtime and they're eating their yogurt, they don't need to ask for assistance and they can do it all by themselves. Over the years of packing lunchboxes, I have found the bento style lunchboxes where it's segmented into sections is really good because it reduces your mental fatigue. Having those sections and getting into a routine of what you pack in each section will make your life so much easier. And if you can with lunchboxes, try and make stuff and freeze it so that you're just grabbing it out and putting it into the lunchboxes either the night before or the morning of. This will honestly save your sanity when packing lunchboxes. So definitely a tip for the moms, dads, and caregivers out there, but label everything that you have for your kids' lunchboxes. This then leads to the final thing, which is do a trial run of everything before the actual first day of school. Do a trial run of driving to the school. This is both beneficial for you and your child. It allows your child to see their school grounds, but it also gives you time to figure out how long it will take you to get to school. And then our friendly tip from the Rashidi household is add 5 more minutes to that trip time. That way on the first day of school, you've got a buffer time for traffic or finding a car park, and it's not going to add to your stress. The weekend before school starts, do a morning routine and try to see if there's anything that you need to help your child to learn to do, or you might want to find a shortcut or a more efficient way of doing it with them. That way, when rubber hits the road and it's very heightened and emotional morning on the first day of school, it's not going to be new and overwhelming for them. It's great to have shiny new clothes and for everything to have that new feel and smell to it, but doing a couple of trial runs beforehand is not going to diminish any of that first day excitement and joy that they're going to have, and it will help you to have a smooth, enjoyable morning. So try those clothes on, see if those shoes fit, see if they need help tying their shoelaces, and get those lunch boxes out for lunches. Do a couple of trial runs because it honestly will save your sanity. Most of all, enjoy and celebrate this milestone. It is so exciting for your child to either start their first day of school or to be going back to start a new grade. And that means that the morning of the first day of school can be as enjoyable as possible. Kids are very intuitive at picking up emotions, and we want to be making sure that as their parents that we are making it the best possible first day, and that they're not going to school stressed because it's been that heightened emotion at home, and that we're giving them that joy and excitement of school rather than being worried and anxious about going somewhere for the first day. Happy first day of school. I hope this video has helped. If it has, please give it a big thumbs up because it really does support my channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and tap that bell to get notified when we upload it every Monday, because this parenting gig doesn't come with a rule book. We only have each other. I'll see you next week. Bye.